So we are now going to change modes in this next leg. We have had the Atlantic racing, big weather systems, predictable weather, relatively. Now we're going into the Med. The Med, we know, is all about local effects, unexpected wind situations, little wind, drifting, and I think it's going to be a real game of chess. I love it when the weather models don't work. Everybody's using the same information, and if the weather models work, the computer does the work for you. So nothing to do for a navigator, right? So I love it. I studied meteorology. I know all about these local effects. And when the model doesn't work, you have to really start thinking, and that's where you can make the gains. So the real challenge for us sailors from Northern Europe is that in Northern Europe you play shifts. The wind is oscillating and you have to play those oscillations. In the Med, you come here, you're looking for shifts, you're not going to find them. It's all about how the wind bends around the different islands and how it accelerates there. So you have to really be in at the headlands and play those very aggressively. Well, for a long time in my sailing career, I was the youngest on the boat. And I had the nickname in English we would call Nipper, in Dutch is Ketelbinkie. Now I'm actually the second oldest on the boat, so it's quite a different feeling. But it brings opportunities, because I think the one thing with the ocean race is that it's all about getting the youngsters on the boat to the highest level you can, as quick as you can. Because it's so exhausting to be on the boat, you need every man to do its bits. So if you can get them as good as you can, as quickly as you can, that's where you can win. I think the youngsters are shocked with the level of intensity. Especially Simeon, having just the last race still fresh in his blood. He is fully on all the time, pushing for those last bits of performance. And it's hard work, these boats. I think this is where the Europe race is so fantastic, because it really provides this high intensity racing. It has all the ingredients of both the oceanic sailing and the coastal, and that combination is something that we're going to see in the ocean race as well. The goal for us is to win, but we have to do this in a more conservative way. The weather, as we discussed, is less predictable, and so you have to be more conservative and play the fleet. Take boat by boat and not go for the big game. Well, from the last legs, Mirpuri has been very, very strong, and they are From the last legs, it's clear that Mirpuri is the benchmark. That is not to say that we can't beat them, absolutely not, and especially in this more challenging leg with more random weather patterns, where speed, which they have in excess, is less of a factor. I think it will be a real good leg for us. So BMG has been a supplier for these yachts for many years, and I've had a long relationship in how to use their equipment. This is very advanced CPU and computations that you can do. And that flexibility also creates a lot of opportunity for mistakes or going off track. And the great thing is with BMG is that they have their support desk, which we know very well because we work with them, and they help us with setting up these boats, which are very complicated with all these customized solutions. Absolutely, calibration has become even more important, because as a navigator with the better weather models, the focus has more shifted into performance analysis. There's now a wide range of analysis tools and packages available, and for that you need to have very, very accurate inputs, and calibration is key to that. So funny enough, the two crucial elements of navigation, boat speed and heading, are still a fundamental problem to solve on a boat. You can buy a very, very expensive compass that solves the heading for you, but boat speed, very tricky. So in our analysis, the first thing we do is actually to really look into how well the calibration of those heading and boat speed sensors is. That's step one, because if there's no good data in, all your analysis will be rubbish. And then the next step is that we break up the legs into different sections, mainly based on the sail combination that we have up. Offshore racing is all about the gears. It's like in a car, you need to switch gears for if you go up the hill, you need to be in lower gear. If you go faster on the motorway, you have to have a faster gear. Same thing with offshore sailing. And it's all about being able to quickly know in which gear you should be and how that setup is. And that's where the performance packages really help to go through the data and find those right gears.